You ever wake up and decide, I'm going to go buy a camera and I'm going to become a YouTube celebrity? I'm going to be a content creator today? There's nothing to it. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to wake up, buy a camera. It's as easy as that. I'm going to go out, I'm going to shoot content, and I'm going to get millions of views. Not just thousands, millions. I'm going to fill my bank account. I'll never have to work a 9-to-5 again. Yeah, that's what I said too. It's not as easy as it looks. I'll tell you, today's my first shoot. And here I decided, you know what, I'm going to give what the people want to see today. I think they want to see an amusement park in good old little Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm going to show them this really cool amusement park. And I'm sure it's been covered before. And this is going to be easy. Well, I went out there in the middle of this park, and you're talking, there's got to be 10,000 people with their families. Not one person has a camera. Not one. Not one. You would think that people would have cameras to take pictures of their kids and stuff. It's not like that anymore. This isn't the 90s. Nobody's got a camera. So when you decide that you're going to be a YouTuber and you pick up a camera, there's a complete difference of walking around with your smartphone and blending in and pulling out a camera and saying, you stick out so quickly like a sore thumb. People's faces in all general directions change from having a good time with their families to anger. Let me tell you, you look at them and it just looks like you've committed a sin, a mortal sin. Like, why would you be recording around my kids, around my family? And I didn't understand that's what I was getting myself into today. So if you're gonna start and you want to become a YouTube celebrity one day, don't start at an amusement park. That's got to be the highest level of professional YouTubeism, if that's a word. You got to start smaller. I learned that instantly. My face turned red. I turned flush. I was sweating. Let me tell you what, that was the scariest position I've ever put myself in life. And I have no problem talking to people, but once you bring out that camera, it's almost like you're on a different side of the world, and you better be prepared for it, because I'll tell you what, that had to be one of the scariest situations for a guy like me. I pulled out my camera and my finger was shaking. Everybody turns and looks at you like, how dare you? And I don't blame them. I didn't think it through. Here I thought, people are going to like the This isn't 1990 where everybody's dad or everybody's family was walking around with them big VHS cameras and everybody was used to it. You would think in society now where everybody's conditioned and knows and everything else about everybody's doing YouTube, you'd think it'd be easy. You think people would be used to it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the time you see these YouTubers, you start thinking about it, they're in major cities where that stuff is kind of like known, like Hollywood, San Diego, Las Vegas, San Francisco. You got a lot of YouTubers out there, and now and New York and Florida, and those places probably have no problem whipping out a camera. You're in little old Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the Packers, and you whip out a video camera at an amusement park around families and their friends, and they're just taking the day off, and and let me tell you what, they're already screaming at their kids, which I don't blame them, but I mean, I couldn't even get out of I parked my car, and I couldn't even get out of my car without people were screaming, and nobody wants to be recorded in a setting that was that busy, that full of traffic, and they're just trying to enjoy their families. I'm going to tell you right now. Anyway, I completely forgot what I was trying to tell you in the first place here. But the takeaway of this is my first YouTube video, and I decided I'm just going to take you on a little road trip with me around town, show you a couple little secret areas that nobody knows about that comes here because they come here for the Packer games and they bring their families and they have no idea what to do from there. And the amusement park was one of them. But I brought you to one place here, and a second place I'm going to show you that's a little more out of the way, where you're going to be able, if you want to be a peaceful person, you want to be involved in all that drama and everything that's going on at a little amusement park and everything else, you grab yourself some charcoal, you grab yourself some burgers and buns and some chips and soda, and that's all you need. And the place I showed you here before, or however I'm going to edit this in, you'll see this little waterfall area out on Bay Settlement Road, and you're going to be able to have a great time with your family without anybody around, even on a Packer weekend. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm going to turn this camera around here, and I'm going to get some footage of the bay.